We'd like to welcome you to BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth. Baltimore City Councilman Carl Stokes, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great today, Donnie. How are you?
Good, good. Wednesday's forum, thank you for coming out. A pretty good turnout.
It was great turnout. It was overwhelming, actually. I think the campaign started actually at the forum that was sponsored by Be More News and the Urban League and Marsha Reeves and others. I thought it was a great forum. You had 5 candidates there, 1 independent, the other 4 Democrats. Noticeably absent, of course, was the incumbent candidate for mayor.
Speaking of which, yesterday it was announced that the former chair of the Maryland Democratic Party and brother to the governor of the state of Maryland, Peter O'Malley, is the new chief of staff for Mayor Stephanie Rawlings Blake. What does this suggest to you?
Well, it suggests a few things. As I've been listening to the radio, the forums, talking to people on the street, the same as you have, people are saying, one, it seems as if there must be trouble in paradise, so to speak. That you had to take the leader, the titular head, well, actually, I guess the governor's the titular head, but had to take the leader of the Maryland Democratic Party, who just took that position 3 weeks ago, Peter O'Malley, removed from that, which now throws some chaos into the Maryland Democratic Party, which has to prepare for a presidential election, Barack Obama's election in less than a year, much less than a year. And so instead of having a solid Democratic Party leadership ready to go, he's been removed from that position. What inside the mayor's camp, it would seem that the mayor would have more than enough people to run her campaign, to run her camp, to make sure the city is working. But here's what's happening. You know this. The city is imploding somewhat. You got one scandal after another happening. People are drinking on the job, they're gambling, we can't keep the money for lead paint. One thing after another. They want to charge now to pick up bulk trash. It's just one thing after another. The current mayor is managing by crises, reaction instead of being proactive. And so they've decided they have to find somebody, couldn't find anybody in Baltimore City, but had to go outside of the city and find someone to come in to just get their camp in order. So it says a lot of things negatively.
Does it suggest that this mayor would not or will not be independent of the governor, and ought the mayor be independent of the governor of the state of Maryland?
Well, when you say suggest will not be, I think it's known that she is not independent of the governor, so we don't need to suggest this, of course. Well, no, it's not good. Of course, there should be some independence. There should be independence between the council and the mayor, which doesn't seem to always be the case, obviously. But certainly there should be independence while a strong working relationship should happen. And it's possible to run a great city, have a great working relationship with the governor of the state, and not be in each other's pocket.
When you look at this changing demographic, and I'll just end with this, what's different demographically with Baltimore City now than in 1999 when you ran before?
Yeah, well, there are more voters who are not African American now than there were in 1999, for sure. I think the city is somewhat poorer now also. And then understand that in this last decade, because black males were picked up, swept up from corners in the last decade, for no reason other than being black males, there are a lot less black males eligible to vote now than there were 12 years ago. And intentionally done now.
You're alluding to the zero tolerance
yes.
Policing tactics that came under then Mayor Martin O'Malley and I think Police Commissioner Ed Norris.
Absolutely. And you know that black males, some of them, sued the city, easily won the case because, and if thousands more black men who were picked up would also use the justice system for them as it was used against them, hopefully they would not only get monetary reward, but they would get their right to vote back also.
Good deal. Thank you for your time, and we'll be catching up with you more over the next several weeks and months as we go into the September 13th primary. Any final thought?
Yeah, my final thought is that after September 13th, with Carl Stokes as mayor, we'll have a much better city.
Good deal. Keep watching BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth.